am Thor the Thunderer, son of Odin, Prince of Asgard. But today, above all things, I am an Avenger, and this world is under my protection.
Reed, look, it's Thor!
Stay thy hand, villain. I command thee, halt.
Across the rainbow bridge of Asgard, where the booming heavens roar, you'll behold in breathless wonder the god of thunder, mighty Thor!
Greetings, travelers, Wiz Kids, and Wordplayers. It is not Wednesday. It is the holiest of days once again. It is Thorsday, and I am joined by a Thor agnostic, the Gremlin King himself, Samurai Snowman.
Special guest, Samurai Snowman.
Yeah, you're not normally a Thorsday regular.
Nope, but we're going for round two because I was here 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, you
Last
were.
week, was
Yeah,
it?
the last one. Yeah, I think it was like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks, whatever it was.
So, are you gonna keep doing this after Immortal Thor runs out, or are you just gonna pick different Thor runs and arcs and stuff?
Possibly. I mean, there's always going to be Thor news to cover, whether they're making new movies or whatever. I'll have to talk to Cynic about it when Immortal Thor ends. If it's going to be like we're going to go back to the beginning, do we want to just pick and choose? Do we want to just read, because there'd be new stuff too, hopefully, depending on what they do, but like there'll always be something, so we'll see what happens.
Oh yeah, speaking of there'll always be something, don't forget about Batter Days.
And Batter Days will happen by popular demand.
That would be awesome, just because I would love to have a place to talk about actually the new Batman run with Jorge Jimenez.
Yeah, when's that coming out?
September, so you got time.
Yeah, September. So possibly by September
Just spitballing, it'll be fun. So we'll see.
We'll have Batter Days. Preston, he's not here yet, but the new profile picture already fire.
Oh,
So.
Yeah, I just saw you put that in that one group chat. Shit's awesome. So fucking terrible, dude.
Yeah,
I love Frank Miller. He's one of my biggest influences, but his recent shit is terrible.
Yeah, his like if you look at Dark Knight Returns has some rough stuff in it, but like you can still kind of admire it for like its art. That new stuff is not art.
Nah. Dark Knight Returns. I think it all looks great, but yeah, I can see what you're saying where it can get ugly, but Dark Knight Strikes Again.
I wouldn't even say ugly. I would just more say like how it's just different. Like it's more, you can see the pencils, you can see the rough lines, you can see like the kind of painting to give it color, right? Like it's more like that. Like it's
very thick. His lines are like thick and squiggly kind of in a lot of places.
Yeah. So, let's say hello to the chat. Of course, Summer Swan dropping her coo, Grumpy dropping a woo, and then me dropping a wow, as was tradition. And
hi guys.
And then of course Preston showing up. So yeah, Cynic he's running late. He'll be here soon.
Scenic.
So, yeah, he hopefully he's done. He's probably filling out his homework right now as we speak. He's sitting there scrolling really fast to try to get through everything. So like speed reading. But I had mentioned this last night on WoW Wednesday, but I actually have some stuff to show. Well, at least one thing to show. But
from your comic?
No, not for my comic. I have another Thor-related item. I have another of the Thor Epic Collection. I have Volume 4. So I have Volume 1.
Volume Thor?
Volume 4. Like and subscribe.
All right, we're back.
This was sent by the same person that sent the first one. Very
Ooh,
Very
does it
kind
say
fan.
who's
Here he
who's
is, finally.
fashionably late?
Fashionably late.
What did I do?
Of course, as Preston points out, Cynic can't read.
Oh,
So,
motherfucker.
What?
Oh, that
Something happened in the
avatar.
chat? Well, it's the same cat one as always, isn't it? You can tell by the big ears.
Jesus Christ, that's disgusting. Blocked. Preston, immediately blocked.
Is that a Court of Owls I see up there, Wizard?
Yeah, I've talked. That's the one I got at Christmas. Remember?
Okay.
It's over here, so I remembered it. I have Blood and the Sword there too, because I got to read everything here, and I'm just very
Okay, yeah, I can
lazy.
see that too.
I'm very lazy. So, like the profile pic she asked there. Like it?
Yeah.
I like
it blocked immediately.
big fan. Big fan.
I'm going right now to block. There we go. All right. Good. So what's going on? Something happening tonight? Somebody do something? Something happened in the chat?
It's Thorsday, baby.
It's Hercules
Thorsday.
Wednesday, right?
Well, I mean, you did see some Hercules if you did your homework.
Yeah, that's about where I stopped too. I'm not gonna lie. That art is fucking horrible.
I'm gonna have to look it up right now.
Well, we'll have it on screen. Don't worry, because we go
Okay.
through the whole story.
Excellent.
So did you
Oh, yeah, that's right.
you
Oh, shout
do
out,
all of-
Grumpy. What's up, brother?
you do all of them, or did you actually stop at 13?
Yeah, I didn't have time to get to the last two, but yeah, I did get to
Ooh.
13. Yeah, it's fine.
So I mean, we'll run through the last two anyway. They're not.
Yeah.
But I do. They are good though. That's when they kind of pick up. They're like, yeah, like I said, this whole batch was kind of like it was all like mythical god stuff, and it was really cool.
Yeah, the number 12 I didn't like. Oh, number 12 was kind of
Like number 12?
No.
Number 12.
Oh, the riddle, Red Rock Eater. What the fuck?
That sounds.
You don't like that was whimsical.
That was
Red
not
is-
whimsical. That was
It
dumb.
whimsical.
Red
Wow.
Rock Eater. That sounds a little racial. I don't know if I.
Yeah,
agree
no,
with that.
it's what I called my penis back in high school.
the Rock Eater. Yeah. All right.
Rock
Cynic
Eater?
is not slow. Why am I reading the chat? That's all I keep.
Yeah. That's just part of being Southern, to be honest.
That's true. I'm a
Yeah.
handsome Southern belle.
You guys don't like riddles and such. You're just very
That is not
Straight-
a riddle.
straight
That
into the
riddle
point.
No. That riddle was not a riddle.
Well, we'll let the chat decide.
Okay. Chat's gonna tell me I'm right.
we'll,
It's not a riddle.
We'll go through here the first issue on the thing, issue 11. As you saw, like, because I said, like, stop with issue 10 because it was like a closing of an arc, and as you saw with this, it is just like it's perfectly set up basically how we have it. They're their own little arcs, and even where we're building to now with the issue that's going to come out next week. Preston would like to point out that she hears people call you Ken because you're smooth down there, which could also it also sounds like a compliment in a way.
Depending on your geographical location.
Well, it depends on how you read smooth, right? Like
Yeah.
smooth down there, or because just like you're smooth down there. I don't
That's
know.
what I'm saying. He's
Yeah.
a smooth guy depending on what part of the planet he's in.
Exactly. You boys nailed it. Y'all figured it out.
So anyway, basically this issue is the children of Thor have to band together to try to find Tyr, because Tyr, as we saw in issue 1, walked into a box and we didn't know where it was. And some of these, like, we've seen before in the comics. Angela, of course. I'm sure Grumpy is typing right now that Angela should have stayed in Spawn. But Angela, and then Hermod, which I only knew Hermod from Ultimate Alliance because he's like he just runs around in the Asgard map the entire time. He's got a speed, but and so then you have like I think like Honir here was in like one issue back in the day, and that was it. But they were like, yeah, like there's all the children, and then they even bring in Bragi, but then they bring Uller, And if Ruby's here, he'll recognize Uller from Smite, but this is not the Uller that.
Ruby's a coward, though.
Yeah, he's a coward. He went to sleep.
Oh, little baby Ruby.
Yeah, I talked to him earlier. He was like, because we were supposed to do King Stream and dunk
Got
on
his
some
little
hoes.
footy jammies on.
And woo, there will be.
Who
But
will be?
he just said he was in a funk. I was like, I get it, man.
Yeah,
kind of been
I've
like
been kind of in
that
a
for like
funk, too.
for like a couple weeks now. So
Yeah, Grumpy says, I'm actually not Wizard. I think she has a good spot in Asgard, but she should have stayed in Spawn. That is Todd's fault.
yeah, Todd fucked that one up.
He could just make another Angela.
So, but anyway, I do like in this issue the back and forth between Loki and Froggy, right? Because Loki took his job as like the Skald of like reality or whatever, and how Loki tells tales, but Froggy does poems, and how Loki's just mad for this issue about it, and how they kind of break the fourth wall here. Did you like that, Cynic? How he can tell what they're talking, and so then he's like, "Do you mind?" And then they're like, "Do you mind what?" Like they don't hear the narration. So
yeah, he does that a couple times.
And then they use it as a mechanic to talk to each other later. It was cool. In the next issue, but basically they find out that Tyr has been placed and shown he's been possessed by Oblivion, basically, and they have to they're like, oh, we have to save him, and but you'll get those with Immortal Thor sometimes where it's just a setup issue. Like if I was reading that and having to wait, I'd be a little mad. I'd be like, this issue wasn't anything. Like,
yeah, no, I had to. I mean, I read them and I read them and was sort of mad.
Yeah, like it's like imagine if we were like you found it month to month or whatever it is, and then you just like this is all set up. There's nothing here, and there's like a couple like that, but then they find Teoaz, who was name dropped earlier in the story, and they call back to it, but he was actually from this Mighty Thor number 355, and basically where Thor is getting nursed back to health by this old wizard named Teoaz, and he talks to him and all that, and then he reveals at the very end of the issue that he's actually Thor's great grandfather. Or great grandfather, but he never tells Thor that. So this issue is basically where he finds that out. He says, "Here, my great grandson," and he's got a pet eagle named Whiteface. So,
hell yeah, that art's nice.
Yeah, the classic art.
Yeah, don't get used to it.
That's I mean, like this art, the 70s art. That's they do what they were doing back then. This is still like that's what I want to draw like, right? I want all my stuff to look like that, but
you're not gonna do that digitally.
Yeah, you literally can though, Snowman.
Nah, you can't. I don't believe in it.
Well, anyway, and so they have to basically get Tyr's soul back from Teoaz, and then the other siblings fight Tyr, and then of course he has to Thor has to use his wits in order to best his great grandfather, and so that's the riddle that Cynic hates, right? And
the riddle's stupid. It's retarded.
Let's see it. Where is it?
I know. I gotta get to it.
Go back up before you do that. Go back up. I do like how they use what's her name? Upward pedal.
Yeah.
So this art is okay.
Yeah, this art's fine.
Yeah.
There's some cool. It
needs better coloring. I feel like it's very muted. But no, like this art's good, and so then he's gonna fight him, and how he stops the hammer, which we saw in the old comic, how he kind of could like pick it up and move it around and all that. And they keep another name drop to a tomb, right? I fought it. Like they talk about how Buri fought a tomb, and so it's like I feel like we are going to see a tomb show up, because they've mentioned him a few times, and the way that it's kind of looks that they've been doing that. So we'll see. But so yeah, so here it is. Here's the riddle, right? What is big, red, and eats rocks? And then he's like, it's Surtur. And he's like, no, it's the fire consumes, but not Surtur himself. What about the sun? It's big and red, and it will swallow the rock that is the earth. I asked for what does, not what will. And he's like, I do not have an answer. What is big, red, and eats rocks? And Thor goes, a big red rock eater.
Hell yeah, dude.
So one thing I will say about this that I don't like is how the Antiochas laughed rich and deep, and then here's the ruin, right?
Yeah.
We should have had a panel for these two. They kind of like the artist didn't like they skipped 2 panels.
Yeah, they should have had Batman and Joker at the end of Killing Joke moment, right?
Yeah, like a moment like that, right, where he's just like stone faced, and then the next panel he's laughing, and you can see
like
the
hands
big
on his shoulders and like hunched
and
over.
you can kind of see that kind of like carry, right? And it's like, this is a big hearty laugh, right? And then it's like, here's the thing, but no, it's literally just like it's tell don't show, and then here's the thing. But
it's so stupid.
Like,
I'm sorry, man. It's a stupid fucking riddle.
Well, then he's like, where'd you learn that? And he goes, I learned at my father's knee. And then, Barry says, I wonder whose knee he learned it at, which hints at the fact that he knew the answer all along, because he was the one that taught it to Odin's father, who then taught it to him. So, and then he's like, all right, goodbye. And then they leave.
Yeah, just dips.
And,
this part's pretty cool. I don't know why you ran through those panels. Those panels were pretty cool.
Oh yeah, when I do like there's the line here that's cool where he's you're like, I'll give you the answer. I'll give you the answers, Thor. I'll tell you the
can't
final
handle
doom
the truth.
I'll tell you the final doom that awaits you. And then he goes, if you wish, you may scream it then. Like it's like I don't want to hear it, but if you want, you can yell it out as I, kick you out of my.
That's a nice panel right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Wiz was just going to speed right past it. Just
take
your time, Wiz. Go slow with it. Be easy. Ease into it a little.
Yeah. If you want to do it that way, but
that's why you should always do it, Wiz.
I also don't want to like just pirate. You got to narrate for everyone.
Motion comic, right? And your finest Thor.
No, because like I don't want to just like have everyone pirate the book right through.
Yeah, you can skip through some of it.
Yeah. So, but we do continue the more of like the talking of the end, of the end of Thor, right? And we'll talk about this more later. That it's still like it's like he has this prophesized death that will happen, right? And so that's the overarching really plot to the story. So.
I don't only talk about Batman, a case one. I also talk about my comic Gremlin World that's coming winter of 4033. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah. Okay.
Okay, pal.
Okay, pal. No, I like this. This is the part we were talking about earlier about how he how Loki's able to hear the narration.
Sync is heart attacking.
It just got fucking scared. Yeah, there's the other wall break. That was funny.
Yeah. And how they use it in the like storyline of just like, hey, like, like
Is that a chick?
No, that's Loki.
That's Loki.
Oh, he's looking rather feminine.
Yeah, well they've been drawing him that way. He gets pretty twinkish depending on the artist, and this artist did him pretty twinky. Pretty weenie.
Very Jester Jamesy.
So so that was issue 12.
I thought you said issue 12 was where the shit art was at.
No, 13 is where the shit art starts.
Yeah, it's 13. It's
yes.
But even 13's it almost gets worse over time because even like
cover.
Well, of course, Alex Ross. I mean, he's gonna knock it out of the park every time.
I'm delayed, but yeah, no, that one is sick as fuck too. But the one of that is nasty as fuck too.
With T.O.I. standing there in the
yeah.
Yeah.
Is that Alex Ross too?
Eagle. That's all. Yeah, Alex Ross does all the covers for the main thing, and then they have
Dude,
variants
he's been
done by other
banging out
people.
hella fucking covers, dude. He is crazy, man.
Hella fucking covers, dude.
He's a super talent, man.
Like, bro, like seriously, dude.
I'm telling you, dude.
Squan's right. It is Jesker. Jesker is my Loki, right? Cynic is my
Tia Wise,
Hercules.
Wait,
I
no,
mean,
no, dude, I'm not fucking Hercules after reading.
you don't like that in a more. You don't like that in a more. No, you're not like.
Wait,
not like that,
I would be the Thor because I'm the himbo.
You're the Thor because of the long hair and the muscles.
Yeah, I'm definitely not Hercules.
You're Hercules still. Your statue profile picture is of what Greek god, Cynic?
Exactly.
You knew what you were getting into.
It is Hercules. Yeah.
You knew what those Greeks did.
Heracles.
Oh,
Yeah, it would be
all those
Heracles, yes.
covers.
So Thor basically has to go and visit Hercules because
So this is
he
the
has
art.
to. Yeah, this is the artist that will draw every single Thor, Immortal Thor from here on out, except for 19, because that was the one done by everyone else. We went through that last week. So
Said colors, not color. No colors, please.
So we get the artist trying to recreate the issue 1 thing and how it just looks terrible. Like it's so much worse.
It wasn't that terrible when I first looked at it. These faces are pretty bad.
Yeah. Oh no, the faces are bad. They're better in this issue than they will be later, but even like this Zeus here doesn't look great. But yeah, so he's basically like, Hercules, I want to know more about this wheel thing because Zeus talked about it back in your storyline, and then Tornos talked about it in my storyline.
That art's so terrible though. Their faces look identical.
Yeah,
they look like Lego heads.
Like
with Down
just huge
syndrome.
neck, tiny face. Right,
That's a great ass fucking shot of whoever's the Hihachi Akuma looking motherfucker.
The Tornos here.
Yeah,
because it's basically a trace / copy of what happened in like issue 1 of Immortal Thor.
Fucking hack.
So because that's what he's calling back to, but still, like it's just like that's. But it looks worse here.
Yeah, but then you scroll down to that dumbass looking Thor.
Yeah. Gremlin world.
Boner.
Boner.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Boners are okay.
So then they're like, what about Nyx, the goddess of night? Because they fought her in an Avengers story, and then they're like, well, we got to find her. She might know what's going on. And then Loki appears out of nowhere, and he's like, I've been here the whole time. So like literally, like he says like he's not here, and he just pops out like I was hiding.
These backgrounds are iffy as shit too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Loki looks like a fucking lesbian. It's terrible.
So, my god, why are they doing Loki like this, man?
Yeah, he looked better in that. He looked twinkish, but better in that. He just looks
like
looks
a
way better
or some shit.
He looks way better in the earlier issues than he does here. But and then this is when they basically is like, yeah, Hercules is gay if you haven't been keeping up attention, or at least bi. He is bi because he had sex with She-Hulk once. But yeah, so he's bi. He has a boyfriend right now, and then Loki's like hitting on him.
Wait, how is having sex with She-Hulk make you bisexual?
Because still like women.
Wait, so it's the shit. We're talking about Loki, right?
No, talking about Hercules.
Oh.
Yeah, but pitch catch, you're still playing ball, boys.
Yeah. Hello, One Gun.
She-Hulk's a chick, though.
Yeah. So Hercules talks about.
Yeah, but Hercules in this comic has a fucking boyfriend.
He's talking right here.
Gay. Oh, okay.
He's gay, but like I said, at least
yeah,
bi.
it's fucking gay. It's stupid.
He's gay now. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's just gay now.
So anyway, they talk about that. And Loki hits on him, and
damn, you calling Sync gay? Is that what's going on here?
So
yeah, that's why I said if I'm not going to be Hercules in this.
Yeah, you can't be my Hercules anymore. You were like I knew when I called you that in like the very first episode that this was good. Like this came up, so it's like I knew the whole time. I'm like, you got to be Hercules so that
Man, I'm no Loki fan, but dude, he's way cooler than this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go back
this
to the go back to the other book right quick. And just show Loki because that was a
Oh, yeah,
shittier
let me-
Loki too. And then come back here. Like it's
the
it's
one-
terrible what they did to him.
The one
Yeah.
from last issue, you mean?
Yeah, yeah. Even the last one, he was a little more twinky than what he normally was.
Yeah, he was.
I don't see him as the guy who's putting on like lipstick and fingernail paint and shit either.
I can do with the fingernail paint just because like evil Loki had that at his like height.
Did he?
Like the black
Yeah.
fingernails, right? And he would be because he's like you know, kind of
Yeah, he needs the long hair.
Ruby's also here. Hello,
Oh, shit.
Ruby.
Ruby.
Yeah, like this. There's a shot where he's like grimacing. I think that was earlier. Where you can see like his like broken tooth that he has. Or that was an issue.
Yeah, he
3.
looks. Well, I'll take this version way over the fucking short-haired fingernail guy.
Yeah, like when he's in his armor here, and he's.
Fucking Cynic is gay though. Thanks, Preston. You're the best.
Yeah. So yeah, this Loki honestly is perfectly fine.
Sick.
Like
His
this is
name
a
is
perfectly
Cynic.
fine,
Skill
Loki
issues,
design.
you know, she's learning.
So, because he looks like a dude. He's just like a kind of
A
twinkish,
he's a little twinkish, a little emo, you know,
twinkish emo. Exactly.
Hawthorne
He's
Heightsy, you know.
yeah, like
Ooh, ooh, Ruby. Ooh,
he works for like
Ruby.
I can't do
a
it, man.
trickster, sorcerer, right? He works for all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
Anyway,
That N word was naked.
then they
Shit, boy.
Wait, all right. Go back. Never mind. We're too far gone. We're too far.
Ooh,
We're
ooh,
going too far.
ooh,
Ruby.
ooh, ooh, Ruby. The gayest ooh woo I ever heard.
Which one?
Which
one,
one
Ruby?
says she spells like Katie Reed's.
Oh no!
Oh damn! Shots fired.
Yeah, this is a straight up
This looks like a
Tranny-
woman.
tranny Loki.
This
Love
is a
that
woman.
swan.
This is
This looks
a
like one of those monsters
Yeah.
you find on TikTok trying to like
This
talk
is
to
a-
kids.
This is a Karen that's like, I would like to speak to your manager, Hercules.
Yeah, it looks like Dylan Mulvaney.
So, and then they,
Yeah, yeah. And that bitch looks like a gremlin.
Yeah.
so, they fly to the
Speaking of
Antarctic.
gremlin,
Why do that?
Oh, bang!
I told
Can't
you I
see-
am the
there's
show
nothing-
now.
There's nothing to.
I don't know. Me and
Sec-
Hercules actually do kind of look alike.
I know that's
Yeah.
why. That's why I picked. It's truly why I picked it.
Yeah.
Because he does just.
We do kind of favor each other.
So
So who are you then in this mythos, wizard? If
He's
you're not
Loki.
Thor,
no, it's Jesker's the twink. He's Loki.
Did you almost call
Uh,
yourself Preston?
Yeah, but we
You
talked too
can't
much
be a
about Preston.
chatter.
No, I don't know who I would be. It seems
You'd be Angel.
nah, you can be Thor.
Angela, you mean?
I'll
Angela?
be that giant. I'll be your granddad, dude. Because I'm the old guy. Remember?
You're not the old guy.
I'll be Odin. Oh, I'm not
You're
old. Did you? We got that on tape, right? You just said,
Yeah, clip
I'm
it,
the old
clip
guy.
it,
No,
boys.
you're not.
Clip
Flip
no.
it, send it to the
Flip
news
it.
desk. Run it at 10.
Hey,
Give
and just
Bradley-
keep running it.
Loud. I said the old.
Don't
Cynic's
loud,
the old guy.
Well,
Yeah, but I don't have to
still
take pills to get booners. So take that,
Nah,
Wiz.
I mean, not with that attitude. Anywho,
Ah,
no, basically they're like, oh no, it's
booners,
Nick's
boys.
goddess of night, and then they're like, we're gonna fight. And this was a cool moment. I like this moment here.
Let's
Um,
see.
That's a
So,
yeah. That is a
Preston
good.
in the chat says, "Who am I?"
Preston. See,
You're
I was
nothing.
gonna,
Damn it! I was trying to think of what that short midget guy says who walked Bob Dylan up on stage.
you're nothing. You're no talent. That one.
Ruby?
Ruby is
No, you still didn't-
Ruby. I know. Let me get to it. Got to go through the chain here. So, Ruby would be Eitri because the dwarf. Then oh no, Ruby is actually Hercules' boyfriend, but I don't know who that character is. So, Preston, probably Sif. Actually, maybe Amora, but that doesn't work right for the thing. So I don't know. It's hard to pick who's who.
Let's see. Let me go. Let me go. Females of Immortal Thor.
Ruby does not want to be Hercules' boyfriend, apparently.
You are
that's
now
you
my
and
boyfriend,
Cynic.
canonically.
That's you and Cynic, though, dude.
Yeah.
Hercules. Yeah, we
Yeah,
just went over this.
I'm going to get that butt boy. Take that.
So, well, I mean, technically, if we want to get technical, right?
He's bisexual.
No, I mean, like Preston is can't remember her name, but it's one of these two ladies. Because one of them's a boy, one's a girl. So it's this one. Like I mean, like, is that not fitting? Do you do anything? I don't know. Also, wants to kill Hercules. So I mean,
yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay. Great. Yeah, that
Yeah,
makes
there you
sense
go.
because I
Problem
think
solved.
Preston sometimes wants to kill me.
Because Swan has to be Amora, and I guess there is no Lady Sif, I suppose. So. But anyway,
There is no spoon.
This was the cool moment where the one slits Loki's throat, and then they interrupt the program with a Deadpool ad. But then it's like nah, stupid, you cut your brother's throat, idiot. And then Loki's like you can't trick me, dumbass. Like, I'm the fucking god of mischief. So
Wizard Thor.
I can't be Thor. I cannot.
Ruby, there's not a single attribute that you possess that would say that you are Thor. Not one.
Yeah, dude. I'm sorry, buddy. You don't have any of those attributes.
Not one, dude.
So no, I cannot be.
You're
Thor.
cool. You're cool though.
I used to be Odin, then I shaved, so can't be Odin no more either.
Oh, man.
It'll grow
I can be Beta Ray Bill because I'm Beta. There we go.
Nailed it.
There,
Bang.
we found it all. So anyway, yeah. So I'm
just gonna be Sigma Ray Sal.
Sigma Ray Sal.
Yeah, because I'm Sigma. I'm above Chad and all that other alpha
Sal.
shit. Yeah, I'm Sigma
sleazy
Sal.
ass name too.
Yeah, Sal's a slut. You know, just running
so
around.
then,
Does that
basically,
Loki look terrible? What is that Loki? Get that out of my face.
That Loki's a good Loki.
God of Stories Loki or God
of Stories Loki is
God of Stories Loki.
He just leaves the internet. The internet murdered him. It's too big. Said no girl.
Loki was like, get out of here.
Jesus Christ, Preston.
Isn't there a Raven? Wait, what? Chat's moving so fast. What am I reading? This one?
Yeah.
It's too big. Said no girl to Cynic. There you go. You asked. I was. I didn't. The problem. So Preston, you got to change your profile picture back. I can't see you in the chat.
Yeah. It also. I can't look at. Why would you unmod me?
Why do you gotta I'm trying to catch up with Chad. You're just reading.
I'm back, Ruby.
Hers first. Anyway, Sour Swan asks, "Isn't there a Raven or something? Is Amora the Raven?" No, Amora we'll get to. She's the Enchantress. She's the seductive, beguiling, Enchantress. So, Ruby, I will allow you to be Black Thor, but the Miles Morales Thor that nobody liked. So you can be either that or a dwarf. Pick your poison.
Yeah, you ought to be Miles Morales Thor.
Miles Morales Thor that everyone didn't like.
And then I'll make you my boyfriend.
But anyway, so then Loki engages the second test, the test of endurance, and actually brings Hercules and everyone with him, and then they have to fight Zeus, the corrupted Zeus. So you didn't read past this point then?
No. Yeah, I stopped here because the art really fucked with me. That and I had some stuff I had to do. I got busy.
Yeah. So do you wish for me to continue?
Cool.
Yeah. No, I want you to. That way I don't have to.
No, you're still gonna read it. You're still gonna.
I'm gonna. Yeah, but that way I'll have sort of an idea.
So there's this random ass Deadpool Wolverine thing to advertise for the fucking movie.
So is Thor basically taking on like his whole pantheon for the rest of that's the Immortal Thor series?
He's got a big like pantheon or like rogue
Say
gallery.
it. Yeah, he's got
Well,
a
he's got a
huge
big
pantheon, boy.
Yeah.
He's got a
Yeah.
massive. It's not like real long,
Oh.
but it's a super thick pantheon. You know.
No, so like
It's
you're
real
saying
deep.
like you meant like
Yeah.
you mean like Rogue's
Species.
Gallery? Is that what you mean?
No.
Or-
You know
No.
the pantheon.
No, I'm asking like Snowman. Like, so
No,
you mean,
like
big-
pantheon, like the list of gods, basically in
Yeah.
his mythology.
No, well, definitely doesn't seem like it. He's just the problem with Zeus is that he came back. He was killed by Nyx. They talked about it, and he came back to life, and then was like corrupted and evil. So he's like he was thrown in this infinite void for a prison, and so then this endurance test brought him to it. So then after this, he doesn't fight gods afterwards. So
That's cool. Yeah, I like how
yeah.
this series is wild. We'll definitely have to
Yeah,
check it out.
jumps around. Like
It
after
actually
this
is. The stories are pretty good. The box one though that we looked at, like it just annoyed me. Something about it just felt disjointed, and it didn't
Is it like
flow well.
one of it was like you don't know any of the people?
Maybe like, but I did know most of them, right? They just sort of show up and they're like, all right, we got to go do this thing,
Yeah,
and it was just like,
yeah. It's
okay.
like why are we doing?
There
this?
was no
And
foreplay, right? Like I
especially
like
if
a
you
little
didn't-
foreplay.
If you didn't read the after credit scene of issue 1, you wouldn't even know. And even then, it didn't set up anything. All it was Tyr climbing into the box.
Yeah, I'd give me a little
So.
foreplay sometimes.
We see more
Yeah.
of Gaia
Tease
and talks about how like basically they go through the Greek origin story here, that it's like, oh, Kronos eating the children and I don't know what to do with this baby I have, and then like, well, you can give it this rock instead. And but basically we see that Gaia saw a vision that there'd be a great champion who would wield the storm, sunlight, and everything, and then would have to be the sacrifice, right? So it's like, again, like Thor has to die. So and then it was like, no, Zeus, it's not you. You're too much like your dad.
Swan says there's no Thor play.
Yeah, yeah. God damn it,
Thor play's the
Swan.
best part.
Give
Give me a little Thor play. Warm me up, baby.
Yeah.
Spit in my mouth. Come on,
And then
Thor.
basically it's like, well, I'll give you
Call
the
me a racial term.
I'll give you the wheel.
Stick your thumb in my butt.
Yeah,
I'll give you the wheel.
I
of
prefer a
fate.
pinky.
Mhm.
So one thing that you'll see that they do here is the hiding of the wheel here. So it's like in this panel, it's the shadow of the key, right? But when it's zoomed close, you can see it's the wheel and the spokes, right? And because he was marked with the wheel of fate, and so then they're like, we gotta fight Zeus, and Zeus is basically being racist this whole time.
Hey,
He's
Wiz,
like,
you gotta yell at this comic book for for putting your inside jokes out there, man.
yeah, I know, right?
Hey, what is that doing?
So,
It did.
but no, I like, so Zeus gets all racist about
yeah.
like, he's just like, you a petty nothing god thunderer of a brutal and backwater land worshipped by barbarians, by raiders, savages. My worshippers invented reason, conjured philosophy. Civilization was born from their vast intellects, and your meager thralls squatted in huts. Like, just like fucking like, it's like, you Vikings weren't shit. And then throws the lightning, and Thor just says turn, and the lightning turns out and moves out of the way. Like, it's still so cool whenever it happens. Ruby says Zeus ain't wrong. I mean, what, you gonna sweep for the Greeks there, Ruby? Yeah, and so then he apologized to the lightning, and then Zeus and Nyx are gonna fight. So then so Thor moves Hercules away, and then they're like, we're actually not fighting no more. When they show back up, now we're like, we're cool now.
Yeah, we're chill, bro. Everything's
We're
all
cool.
right.
Yeah, and then they're like,
Look how sexy I am right there. God damn, I'd fuck me.
I love how Thor's just like, yeah, but look at the fucked up face though.
I mean,
the
a face
neck,
isn't everything with a neck and a chest like that, bro. Look at him
I know,
shoulders.
the
No
neck
fucking
straight
shoulders.
down thing is.
I
what
mean, his
this artist
shoulders are a
just
little bit
not
smaller
doing.
than mine, but you know, he'll get there.
So, anyway, so then he's like, I mean, like, I can officiate weddings. I'm the Allfather, but I guess that's not why you're here. And then, and then they're like, well, Nyx is like, we're trapped here because of Loki, Zeus. So he's like, all right, I'll kill him then. And then, throws a lightning bolt, and then Thor just tells it, move out of the way. It moves.
No, Ruby. Zeus can't be stronger than Thor because Thor is now the Allfather. He's technically Odin.
Yeah, they're equal. They're equal in power. We'll see. You'll see, Ruby.
Their nuts are the same size.
Andrew says Zeus and Nyx be like the makeup sex was great. So throw all your thunderbolts, mighty Zeus. They'll never reach me. And he's like, "Are you? Will they not? Are you sure?" Throw. Turn. Should I help? No. Turn. The next one. Yawn. Turn as well. Damn, you stop flinching. Take it like a god. Turn. And then they're like, no, take the thunderbolts. That's the answer.
Exactly.
And then and he's like, oh, of course. And then Loki's like, is that cheating? Just passing on my sister's wisdom, and I hope a correction reading of the rune. Some trials can't be avoided forever. And then it's some good wisdom from Thor. You know, like trials must be endured, or enduring them may give us deeper strength.
Oof, that Thor looks terrible right there.
Yeah, it's not. It's the head. The artist cannot do the.
It's
the
crazy
heads and
how
faces.
good like a lot of his anatomy can be, but then his head is just like his heads and faces are just terrible.
So
I mean, it's a cool looking shot, but
so then they're like, would you demonstrate? You had much to say before of your worshippers, Zeus. I understand they were great wrestlers also. Would you demonstrate the art? You would lay your grubby, lowborn hands on the father of Olympus. It only seals your doom. You could turn the lightning when I hurled it from afar, peasant god. But how will you deflect it now when I summon it inside of you?
That's fucking right. Run that fucking mouth. Talk shit, get hit.
Of course,
stop
I've
playing
been
with
wrong
me.
before, Hercules says.
Stop playing with me.
And then Hercules does his little arc where he's like, I could kill you now, Hercules. Nyx said. And he's like, hey, wait a moment. Like, this void that you're in, it's all like fucking night. Isn't this cool? And she's like, yeah, it is cool. And then she's like, I'm fuck off then. And then she leaves. And then like, oh, Loki, you know, ready to send us home? And he's like, no, we're not. Story's not done yet. And so then Thor's like, there's Zeus like, curse you, Norseman. You should be naught but an ember on the face of this power. You should be burning as fuel. A fitting analogy, Zeus, for one of us is fuel. I spoke earlier that we shared the same business of Skyfathers, and the business of Skyfathers is power, the all power. You pour yours into me as if it were not already the vessel, if I was not already the vessel for it. You have graciously given so much, Lord of Olympus. Now give me the rest. Give me all of your power. And then absorbs the power of Zeus into himself. And
damn, that's brick worthy.
And it is done. The power of Zeus and the power of Odin.
Damn that.
In one god. Thor, there's something new in your voice, an echo of darkness. And you ready for this, boys? You've seen it 100 times.
Yeah, that's it.
And now you have nothing to fear, Hercules. I surely you will understand. I see it so clearly. What do you see, Thor? The wheel.
Oh yeah.
Jesus Christ. Yep.
Oh man, I'm bricked.
Yeah. So
that art
then
range
talk about
from
how-
pretty actually okay in some spots to like
that's the thing.
shit.
It's there's so many. There's like always a panel.
So hit and miss, right? It's just
it's so hit and miss, and when it misses, it crashes and burns. And when
Yes,
when it hits, it's always like a single hit. Like it's like
it's nothing really crazy either.
It gets you on
That's
base,
cool.
and you're like, yeah, okay, I'm not blown away right now. It's
Right.
not egregious, and even then, it's the coloring saves it. I could strip the coloring from this, and you'd be like, dear God.
Mm-hmm.
So then here we
I'm one to talk
We,
though. Got him.
we'll have here. It's like the end began in darkness, and when light came, it brought no illumination, only more questions, such as the clockworks of events. You know, they talk about the wheel has turned. The wheel turns. The wheel readies to turn. Understand ye yet, or what? So again, we see the wheel, but it's like a gear wheel or whatever, like a machine wheel. And so then you've seen this a bunch.
Yeah, constantly, like every day for about 3-4 months.
You haven't seen it for a while though.
That looks good though.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna need that thing to start spinning some more.
I know. The wheel always turns. So then he's like, I got all this power. Seeing in the eye is really cool. And then Hercules being like, you have absorbed, my father's power.
It's like, holy shit, Snowman, your cock is huge.
This is when Nyx basically fucks off. Ruby asks, wait, what happened to Zeus? He absorbed all of his power from Zeus, so Zeus is literally just laying there all shriveled. Preston is back, and the world is as it should be.
Yeah, who is that? I don't know who that is. I just knew an ugly Wolverine forever.
Man, got him.
This is when Nyx literally fucks off.
Take your kneecaps.
Like disappears.
The art in this this issue has been great so far, actually. Everything looks pretty good.
And then like, this is still your child, Loki says, because Thor is your friend, Herc, and Zeus is your father. You gotta. And then he's like, how about I fucking beat your face in? How about that? And they're like, come on, gotta do your stuff. And so basically then Thor realizes that it's about his endurance. And this is such a smart thing. The spinning of the hammer, right? How it always looks like this. Show it with the wheel and the spokes. Like, that's cool. That's a smart thing. I'm sure it's Al Ewing that came up with that and wrote in the script, like, make it look like a wheel here. But that was a cool.
Yeah, it looks like some of those spinner hubcaps from AutoZone.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. It does look like a hubcap.
They spinning.
So, and then he basically takes all of the power of Zeus, channels it out of himself, and puts it into a belt. And this is the second weapon of his prophesized 3 weapons. Yeah, so it's Yolgyorn. It represents his like power, I believe, or it's his stamina or something like that. But because his axe was his wisdom. And so so he basically takes all of Zeus' power, puts it onto a belt, which still gives him the power, but it's more of like a like it's just it's like just holds it there basically. So
that Loki sucks ass.
The neck of Nyx. That's just more like how they designed Nyx is with that tall neck. That's nothing to do with the artist. I've seen Nyx and other things. And so I still like the Loki Snowman, I just gotta say. And so then
I do like Loki. Something about him it brings me back to my later teen years when I was hanging out, with scene kids.
He's a hot topic kid, right?
When I was still gay?
Yeah.
Wait, so I'm not gay? And yes.
Yeah.
No, Hercules hasn't left the story yet.
Thanks, Snowman. You fixed me.
Welcome, brother.
And basically Thor's like, I don't want to deal with this riddle or this puzzle shit anymore. Get out of here. And they blast him away. And then they go back to Asgard.
This puzzle shit's for nerds. Get the fuck out of my face.
Yeah. And then Amor is there like, what's up, everyone? I'm here. And then they're like, I can't trust you, Amor. You framed me for murder. And she's like, goop, so well.
So are you sure the new artist had taken over fully at this time? Because some of the old art, it feels like it's still there.
This
that
might
looks like
be
new artist.
This is the same artist that's on it now. This is probably a different colorist than what we have now.
Oh,
the colors are more
fucking it up.
We can look at a recent one.
I don't know.
We can look at a recent one again.
That face, Thor's
That
face.
This is definitely the same artist. Like I know this artist. Like this is the same artist. It's just you see with this Amora and the coloring on her, how it's more there's some shading and all that. Like this is a colorist. This is a colorist lifting this up and like stopping the whole thing from falling apart.
Her faces aren't too terrible. They're really bad last issue.
So, but yeah, so the Amora, they're basically setting up this Amora Thor romance that may or may not happen, and she sets up the whole like, I want you to bring my son back, which we saw a few weeks ago, like where that goes. And so yeah, that's the and then they're like, oh, the the process is done. Look at this fucking, we killed a man and did this satanic blood ritual. And now you're back to life, Dario Agger. So the Minotaur man is back, but he's not a bull man anymore. He's a human. And he was murdered, by the Enchantress and Executioner, but he used science, capitalism, and satanic blood magic to bring himself back to life. And he possibly has powers now. We don't know. And then
he looked cool as shit when he was the bull.
Yeah. Return of the King.
No. Fucking asshole.
Yeah, so that is where you leave off. And then the next issue, you're pretty this will basically start the Roxxon villain arc, where Roxxon brings back Thor's original villains from the 60s. So like this is Radioactive Man.
Mm-hmm.
And then Cobra and Mr. Hyde will also be back. And so then, like I said, it'll be 16, 17, 18, 19, and then really 20, but you can really stop at 19 because that's the we went through this one. That's the Tales of Asgard, where they're all the different artists, and you can take a break from all the other art and look back, and it's like, yes, the art was good.
So is this series finished? Immortal Thor?
No, it's still happening. The next one comes out next week. Issue 20 just came out, where Thor begins his journey into the Utgard.
I think I'm gonna go to my LCS tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go there.
So this is the same artist, but I think it's a different colorist, because you can tell the colors are just not hitting the same. Like this panel here, where it's like, this is the prophesized thing that the Black Winter showed Thor. This is how he's going to die. Is Thanos controlling an army of Marvel zombies, wielding the Infinity Mjolnir and whatever the heck this is. But like the original panel of this looks so much better. I wonder if I can find it.
So is this being collected in one graphic novel, or is it getting
probably eventually it'll be
like Immortal Hulk is?
Eventually it'll be in something, but it's still just coming out.
Still just floppies right now. That's cool.
Yeah.
Man,
I mean, everybody loves a good floppy, right?
This is the original. Floppy. This is the original artist that did that panel.
Will be bye Wooby.
Bye Wooby. I can't do it,
man. Grumpy says Amora is grossly underrated, but she is rather specific to Thor. She really should cut loose and cause trouble for the rest of Marvel, but she's better at it than Loki. Well, she's actually going through a possible face turn. Is Ugly Wolverine part of Thanos' team? And Frank Miller Wolverine. So it's like you're looking at this. It's like, yeah, this looks like Thanos, right? The nice detail and everything.
Gauntlet sucks though.
Well, I don't know what the gauntlet is supposed to be. I don't know if it's like just like the death hand and it's controlling all the Marvel zombies or something. And then you flop over to here and it's like fucking made out of Play-Doh. And then you're just like geez. So
yeah, once you compare that one to the other one, it is night and day. That other Thanos looks way better.
Yeah, like this is a proper Marvel Comics Thanos, and this is just in a normal panel of a book. Like this is the Black Winter arc, which was the last arc before Immortal Thor, and it's just like, there you go, So
I'm dying slowly and painfully.
Preston says if you look in the corner, you can see Wolverine.
Right here.
Yeah. Is that Ugly Wolverine? Is that the?
Well, it's Zombie Wolverine, so it's pretty close.
Mm-hmm.
Get Frank Miller to do Marvel Zombies.
No, Frank Miller is destroying my life today. Okay, Frank Miller can suck my dick.
No,
you, Snowman.
Hell yeah, no, you wizard.
What? I didn't say anything.
Something happened in the chat?
Yeah, what?
In the chat?
Somebody in the chat? Chat have something happening? No, having over there in the chat there, boy. Boy, I'm in the chat.
Anywho, no, yeah, this art is it's just not good. And like I said, I think it was just this Like, let's take, you know, we saw this and how flat and muted everything is. Then we go back to the one we were just at, and it's definitely the colorist. The colorist is propping up this art immensely because, especially like look at the reflections.
Yeah, Thor
Right
looks
back, boys.
nice. Thor looks nice right there.
If you look at the
I'm going to get a
reflections on
donut.
if you look at the
Damn.
reflections on Thor's plates, we pointed this out when we went through the recent issues before. But he'll now just not have, or sometimes he'll just not have anything there. He'll just have like gray circles on his body without any texturing to him. But I think just in general, it is like they're around a fire, but there's no change. There's like a little change in light here and here, but otherwise, like,
No, that looks terrible for sure.
yeah, there's definitely a colorist is putting in
It's
work.
I wouldn't even say terrible. It just
It's not
it's
up
just like
to us.
kinda
It
sloppy.
doesn't.
It's lazy. It's kind of lazy.
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't like match the overall like story quality is the problem.
Yes, yeah. Imagine if they had put way more like yeah, a masterful artist. Be a classic.
Yeah. So.
But some
Yeah,
of it looks really good.
Yeah, especially like those the issues before this, were good, but and then like I said, they took over. The guy, the artist took over in issue 13, and then just does it up to issue 19, which is all different people. So anyway, yeah. So that was the check in on Immortal Thors, and Cynic will he'll catch up, you know, for because I was gonna say that because we got a new one coming out next week, but
we'll be caught up to the actual
yeah, if you're gonna if you want to do like 5 or 6 issues at one time, like or whatever.
What I'll do is I'll read up to number 20 because 20 is coming out next week, right?
No, 21 is coming out next week.
All right, I'll read up to number 21, and then what we'll do,
pick it up at your LCS. Also pick up Absolute Batman. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go tomorrow and just like rummage through their, like, all their.
And then we could get Alpha Core. What about that, guys? Blood Roots.
I'd prefer to sit on a dildo.
They only have those at the LCS.
Oh, what? Why not?
Changed my mind. Got an apple fritter instead of a donut. By the way, great choice. Good idea.
Anywho, no. So I have a pin in the chat currently. Oh, you know, as always, we have the Ask Us Anything, but also I have a poll on whether or not.
So does Snowman.
I got one.
He showed it to me once. It was.
Got one?
Yeah, I do have one. I forget.
You got one there, bud.
Thanks, buddy.
I changed. I had written it out before I like fully went with it. But the Preston is right. You could find that because that was a variant cover. You could actually buy the Frank Miller Wolverine.
I'll tell you what, Preston. I'll look for it tomorrow, and if they got it,
you got to for the bit.
I'll buy it, and then I'll review it.
Preston,
I'll burn it. Matter of fact,
well, it's just a cover.
I'll set up my camera.
It's not the whole
rip
book.
The cover off,
and
literally, I got a fire pit right like 20 feet in front of me.
So
and we'll burn.
Anyway,
it
I have a poll about will Marvel actually kill Thor? I wrote permanently, but then it doesn't make sense with the options. But anyway, like, will Marvel actually kill Thor? Because they're setting up a death of Thor, right? So it's yes, he's dead. Thor will never come back.
Swan insinuates that the chat is no longer alive. It is in fact.
Well, I mean, that's not the question, Swan. It was whether or not Thor is dead, not the chat.
That was like an anti-segue. That was
so.
Sick,
chat can't be dead. If it died, it would be terrible.
Anyway, then option 2, yes, he'll die for a few moments. So it's like he's basically revived in that issue or right after. Right, like in storyline, he's only going to be like, "I'm dead. Oh, I'm back now," or "I've been elevated," or whatever, you know. Or he'll die for a few years, like they'll do the old comic switcheroo. He's dead. Someone takes over for a little while. Da 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 da. Oh, look, he's back because the numbers, went down. Swan is correct. Oh, I have a fire pit. I have a pool. I went to private school. We get it. Cynic. Dead chat, bud.
A fire pit costs like $100. What are you talking about?
Cheaper than that, depending on what fire pit you get.
The new one I got.
Andrew tips
like
420. What do you think of Earth's Mightiest Heroes Thor? Also, Thor won't die. Death doesn't mean anything in DC and Marvel, just like in Dragon Ball. Earth's Mightiest Heroes Thor is possibly the best Thor in media outside of the comics. Like, he's better than MCU Thor, and he's better than like any of the other cartoon Thors. He's really great. He has that Shakespearean talk. He's very powerful. He's huge. They draw him very huge. Yeah, he's a good Thor.
420, brother. Woohoo, dude.
Yeah.
Snowman, dude. You see that, dude?
Yeah.
Oh shit,
It's one
bro.
of the defaults.
High, man.
420, dude. 69, bro.
I got 303, 420, and I think 666.
Yeah, I don't think Thor's dying either.
So they basically Stream Elements comes with that as the default, but I wanted 303, so I was like, I'll do 303. That's a cool one.
Was it 303? 303 was a pretty good band. Ever listen?
Well, 303, if you turn it on its side, is WOW. or MOM. Or MOM. If you want to do it, want to be that way.
I've never had such douche chills.
Or
in my life.
or EOE. Nice, but if you do, it's like a
never had such douche chills. How many carburetors did I steal to buy that fire pit?
That is a very specific example. Anyway, thank you, Andrew, for the tip.
Way to go, Andrew. You're the best. Even
anyway,
if
so
Wizard wouldn't send you the link.
So anyway, the final poll thing is no, he won't die at all. Like literally, just for whatever reason,
I don't think he's dying.
Not even gonna taste death even for a second, right?
You ever tasted death?
We'll I can't say that I have. Anyway, so keep that in mind. Keep that in mind as we go through the news that they basically been hyping up the even an immortal can die is their tagline that they're saying for the Immortal Thor with its.
I hope he dies from autoerotic asphyxiation.
Next coming issues.
Yeah, he's celebrating his victory.
Puts a belt around his neck.
He just don't even the strap for the hammer, right? Fucking throw the hammer, right?
And he's thinking real bad thoughts, so becomes unworthy of the hammer, right? So
no, because you want it to float. You want it to basically float.
Wait, so he puts it around his neck, throws it, and turns around,
hovers in the air. No, he's hovering in the air, so he's hanging himself with the hammer. He's got to choke himself with the hammer, right? And then, you haven't thought.
But I also like Cynic's variant where he fucking becomes unworthy, and then it chokes him flying backwards down to the earth.
Yeah, that's why
ripping his head off.
Otherwise, he could just stop it.
Yeah,
but I mean, he can also
he has some weird gay thought right in the middle of it.
You'll find out
Captain America with
you'll find out when
straps on or something.
Well, you'll find out when you read the comic.
Why do you keep trying to step on my bit?
They're
not going to put autoerotic asphyxiation in there.
No, listen. No, Thor can fly without use of the hammer. They finally made that,
which means he would need to become unworthy of the hammer, which would weigh him down.
No, because he's going to want it's autoerotic asphyxiation. You want to do it. You're choking.
But you don't want to die.
No, because that's why he's hanging. He won't be able to get the strap off. He's like, no, it's stuck.
No, I always keep a strap on.
I'm just saying, you haven't thought about hanging yourself as much.
What website is this, Wizard?
I'm aware of the.
You can find it actually in Discord. It's weird.
What website is this, Wizard?
Yeah,
that is this thing is from.
Yeah.
AIPT Comics. It was like someone had shared it, but this was just like this screenshot going around because Immortal Thor lawyer, friend of the channel, found one of my tweets once, and I follow him. all things Thor. But anyway,
Brag about it.
he hyping up the Immortal Thor as he does. But basically, May 14th, Immortal Thor issue 23. Thor takes his last stand on Death's door is what it's being hyped up as, and they
Well,
even
maybe
have
you
on
should get
there.
off Death's door.
Even in a
maybe
mortal,
Death has lives in a state that has castle doctrine. You ever thought about that?
Even a mortal can die. And then this, we actually saw glimpses of this in that 19th issue with like this dead city or something. And we see in that issue that Hermod is actually in this city. So Hermod, even though he was destroyed by Oblivion, does end up here. So, and that the synopsis, God War, the All-Father had battled to the middle of the endless city, and now he faced the beast at the center of the maze, Kimur, who was bull and hawk and serpent, who was fire and the sword, now faced Thor Odinson, and perhaps neither would survive. This is the story of Immortal Thor and the god of violence. So
yeah, that was what they called me in high school.
So
it's also my favorite, third, fourth, seventh favorite band.
Ska band specifically.
Yeah. How does ska sound? How does that sound? Oh, like fucking Sublime, kind of.
Yeah, that's exactly nailed it.
Okay.
Swan, don't worry about my king ton.
I thought ska was more like, I thought that was like screamo, but I was way off.
No, ska makes it funnier.
It's doofy as shit.
Geeked, boys. I'm geeked.
Big geeked.
Anyway, no, but so
you got them chinkas? No.
Where we're what? Disavow. Where we're heading now is the Utgard story. They're folding that back into it, and that's supposed to be like he's heading towards his final battle, the Utgard story. But then we're talking about now it's like he's in this completely different place, and he's gonna fight this monster in the god of violence, right? And so it's like he's gonna somehow beat the Utgards or something. And the possibilities that are being thrown around is that because he is Gaia's son, and Gaia is an elder god, that technically he has claim to the Utgard lands and could possibly become all father of Utgard or something. Like he could just gain another buff and become like all like the Utgard King Thor or something. There's that. He still hasn't had his third weapon, and Alex Ross is really good about not even showing. Like you see the axe and
the grower, not a shower.
We haven't seen this third weapon, whatever it is. Like you don't see it in any of these. He's like, nah, he has like a big something else, right? And even then,
he's got a big something.
Nailed it. Yes, snowman. I backed off because I knew you were gonna get it, man.
I don't know what his. I don't know what his third thing will be as well. So I thought it would be a helmet because he used his helmet to craft his axe, but then he just reappears with a helmet.
Alex, like, dude, he's been fucking killing it, man.
This
cover is crazy.
So, but one thing that they did was that they showed like the future timelines for Marvel in 2025 in like one of these issues, and they list like stuff like the 8 deaths, One World Under Doom, which we are in now, like that's happening right now, Rise of the New Champions, Eternal Storm, The False Metal, Who Waits Within the Last Egg, Strange of Asgard, which is also happening, Galactus Legion is assassanated.
What is Who Waits Within the Last Egg?
We don't know. It's literally like these are just something where it's like this is just like this is like the plots of Marvel like typed out in a text document, and like these people got to see them or something like that. Basically, they're looking into the future. Dormammu Invasion of Earth, Miss Marvel Second Genesis, which I believe was her coming back as a mutant or something like that. Ultimate Incursion, which is also happening. They announced that. Ghost Fist Walks. Who is the man with the hammer? Like, what is this that we're talking about, right? Does Thor's son get the hammer? But one of the things is Utgard Rises. Like they literally have here Utgard Rises. So like Utgard might be a thing in like an event. There might be like an Utgard event where like everyone's gonna have to deal with the Utgard gods. I don't know. We don't know. So that's the thing that's really with this Immortal Thor. We're like, it's kind of self-contained, it's isolated right now, but there's still that like, where is this gonna go? Still, like, there's still all that. So yeah, that's
Dormammu Invasion of Earth. That's gonna be cool.
Dormammu Invasion of Earth. Like, there's a lot kind of going on, but yeah, this Immortal Thor thing, it's interesting.
I'll be right back, boys.
So yeah. Pinned at the top of the chat is the Ask Us Anything as well. I will go back through the thing. So with that information, do you think that they kill off Thor at all? Is he dead? Is he only going to die for a few moments? Will he die for a few years and then they bring him back, or will he not die at all? Really, now he's.
It would be cool if they killed him for a few years, but I mean, no major character in comic books ever stays dead.
Well, we thought it was going to be Gwen Stacy, and then it was like.
But even then, she is a huge character. But I mean, like, super
Spider-Man, Iron Man, right? Yeah,
like Wolverine.
So.
When was the last time they ever did? I mean, Death of Superman, Batman was killed and broken multiple times.
Yeah.
Fucking Doc Ock was Spider-Man for a while. Was Spider-Man dead during that period?
He was like trapped or something.
And like an alternate
Preston says Thor's a homo.
Oh wait, what? What is that? I think
Thor's my hero.
Thor's a homo.
Is not.
Yeah, he is.
Is not.
Thor's a complete homo.
Take it back, Brad.
No.
Take back what you said about Thor.
So there you go.
Good job, Jamie.
Thor, in fact, not a homo. According to the sacred texts, it is Adventures in Babysitting.
Canonically heterosexual.
Canonically not a homo. Canonically heterosexual.
The poom poom.
Likes the women. Anyway. No, so basically the way the poll is looking at right now, people say that he'll die for a few moments. So he's going to die and come back within like the same issue or next couple, but timeline wise, he'll be back before you know it. So that's where everyone's kind of rocking with right now. 38%.
How many issues is this slated for?
I'm not sure.
Because that'd be cool if they make it an epic ass saga and he dies soon and comes back at the end.
Yeah.
Like,
well, I mean, remember,
40 issues later.
I've said this since the beginning, right? And that is that it's Immortal Hulk was meant to be the Old Testament of the Bible, and Immortal Thor is meant to be the New Testament. New Testament has a death and a rebirth, right? But Jesus does die. And then you follow the other characters for a time, and then he's resurrected. So it might be something like that. So Immortal Hulk had...
What Hulk?
Immortal Hulk had 12 issues? 13 issues? I'm not sure. So it's already, I think, going longer than Immortal Hulk.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I think, yeah. I think I need one more volume of Immortal Hulk and I'll have it completed. I haven't finished it yet. But I love that too. That show was sick. Art was crazy. Story was awesome.
So yeah,
comics are looking up, man. There's some good shit out there.
It's already going longer than Immortal Hulk did, so. And then also there's going to be a new Hulk story because Incredible Hulk is ongoing right now, and Thor and Hulk are going to fight in that apparently, so we might have to keep an eye out for that. Might go over that.
You said, say that again.
There's Incredible Hulk is ongoing right now, and Thor and Hulk are supposed to fight in one of the issues.
Oh, nice.
So we'll have to pay attention to that. Maybe go over it on the show. Immortal Thor does not have anything 20 issues, but that's just what's out. There's nothing about like here's they're slated for so many issues. I guess it's just they're gonna let it finish its story, or they're gonna go until it stops selling, or I don't know.
Jesus, that was a fucking Herculean task.
What, to donate?
Yeah.
Cynic
cock out of your
donated
pants.
420. 420 dude, Thor is a homo. Well, I already played the clip, but so
more homo clips, please.
All right, more homo clips.
I'm a customer now.
Yeah, it's customer.
Yeah.
Business.
This is the first time
I'm going. Dude, I'm going to Yelp. Fuck this.
This is the first time we've played a clip for a donation. So.
Woo!
Thor's my hero.
Thor's a homo.
Is not.
Yeah, we're just going to cut it off at Thor's a homo. There's no defense.
I stay
paid-
taking virginities.
You pay for no defense. Of course, Cynic wants homo clips. Bang!
Fucker.
Walked right into it. Bang! Down. Sit your ass down.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, so you didn't read all of it, Cynic, but of what you saw of the 3 issues, and then what I ran
Just
through
that one I didn't like, man. I did, like I said, I like a little foreplay, man. Give me some preamble, something. Right? Other than that, I liked it. They're great. They're still a great story.
Yeah,
So,
it's still, like I said, we still seeing where they're going with this Utgard stuff and this dying city thing or whatever they're doing, right? See what they're doing with that. But I was like, when I was rereading these today, I was like, man, like this is the Thor stories I like, is when it's just we're fighting gods, we're fighting myths, we're fighting monsters, and this is a cool story. So yeah, so pinned at the top of the chat to ask us anything. We'll see what we got. And the Grumpy was kind to us today. He did not go super crazy because he did do a lot yesterday. And it's a Thor. You kind of got to do a Thor themed kind of thing. But Grumpy says, on topic, how do you feel about Angela being Asgardian? I'm like very unfamiliar with Angela. I kind of want to like deep dive into all that. All I know is that she is like Queen of Heaven with no A. It's like Heven. It's the 10th realm. And she's a lesbian, and she's Thor's or Odin's daughter that he didn't know about or something. Like I know, and the whole Spawn thing, like I know all the connection to Spawn and all that. So yeah, otherwise, like I don't know anything about her. But she's gonna be added to Marvel Rivals though, which is cool. Just because I like video games doing that. Like Ultimate Alliance would do it where it's like, who's this character? I don't know this character. Like, oh, add him to the thing. There you go. Then Grumpy asked, oh yeah, the BTM question from yesterday. He'd commented it on the stream as well, but he says that was more of a BTM question, but I don't remember what it was. I remember saying that something was a BTM question. It was about something government or something like that, but he goes, that was more of a BTM question, but you should know what the heck is going on in your government. LOL. How are you doing tonight? Just I guess that's just an in general question of how everyone's doing tonight. So I'm doing good. Get to talk Thor.
I'm
chilling. Dude, I'm great. I had like a weird day today. Today was my first day back home in like a month.
Slept in your own bed.
Yeah, slept in my own bed, which that was great. Like I slept like a fucking champion. But I had to do like a lot of cleaning and shit. Dust and stuff accumulates while you're gone and all that kind of crap. So I don't know. It was just I don't normally do that. I normally pay a lady. So not pay a lady. I clean myself, or I get my mom to come do it. It's great.
Swan points out that I have my my merch still that I can show. The volume 4 of the Immortal Thor or the Mighty Thor Epic Collection. The classic Jack Kirby art. It's so great. When I get 2 and 3, I'm definitely gonna have to go through. I still got to go through 1, but this is has the Mangog story, which is classic Jack Kirby monster story, with a terrible fucking name, but cool design. Bit of a Gremlin World design there, Snowman.
This current run is very, very has a lot of it's very similar to Gremlin World. It's a lot of similarities. But yeah, this looks dope. This I'm definitely gonna start delving into some Thor. I want to start delving into just a whole diverse selection. Of different comics these days.
Mangog should be in here, but maybe this is pre-Mangog. Because it's literally called To Wake the Mangog, but there's no fucking... Where's the Mangog? Huh. Weird.
All right, so I'm going to get some Immortal Thor, Absolute Batman. I think the new Daredevil run's actually supposed to be pretty good, too.
But here's some classic Jack Kirby using magazine faces that are just like photos for the art. The 2D assets, right?
Yeah, but that's like because they're in like a different dimension there, aren't they? So
well, this is Ego. This is the first appearance of Ego. The Living Planet was like a dude's face from a magazine, and then yeah,
it's way different than what the retards will try to convince you on.
I know. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying that's like a weird thing Kirby did, where you would use those like thing. So, at least you slept in your own bed. Angela,
she was great.
got us from a baby mama somewhere, as far as Marvel is concerned. You haven't even looked through it yet to see what's in there. Angry Faces, Swan. I'm sorry. I just, it's over there. But it's all the way across my room.
It's across the room, man.
It's in my hands. I
gotta wait because I gotta read through the first one first, and the second one, the third one. It's weird because I feel like I've seen these stories before, but I didn't get to that point in the reading. Maybe because they also did do like retelling sometimes. So maybe it's something like that. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Then Grumpy asks, y'all is America's word at Stimulate Cynic. Thus, it is ma culture too. So what else you claiming, Cynic? Y'all is so y'all is America's word, Cynic. Thus, it's my culture too. So what else you claiming, Cynic?
It's exclusively Southern.
So.
It's just like Cokes, right? All you retards call them pops and sodas. No, they're Coke.
They fucking calling them Coke. Calling them Coke is stupid though.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Calling all soft drinks fucking Coke is stupid.
You better look up the history of Cokes.
That's
better look it up. Better do your history, boy.
I'm not calling a root beer a Coke.
Yeah,
it's not a root beer is a soda.
Yeah, cool, dude.
I don't even know if I would call it. I don't know if I would call root beer pop. I'll be honest. I would call root beer.
But y'all's a Southern thing. Like,
okay, how about a Dr. fucking Pepper?
Dr. Pepper is a. I know. I'm saying.
All right, so let me explain it to you, fucking uncultured people. The way it normally happens is, let's say you're at a cookout. Somebody gets up and says, "Hey, does anybody want a Coke?" And then people will go, "Yeah, grab me a Mountain Dew, or grab me a Dr. Pepper, or grab me a root beer." That's the way it works.
If someone asks, if I'm at a cookout in the South, right, and if someone asks me, "You want a Coke?" and I go, "Yeah," and they go, "What kind?" I go, "Diet," and they go, "Diet what?" I'm gonna be like, "What do you mean?"
Whatever, dude. You're uncultured.
Swan uses y'all, but Swan also uses British terms as well. So
don't even at me, Swan. I'll find you in a phone.
No, that's a good. I'm saying it's a good thing. She's our like multicultural mallard, So anyway,
Grumpy, I don't believe you, dude. I'm gonna need you to quit appropriating my culture.
Well, also, it's not true Southern if you use the apostrophe.
I'll use the apostrophe when I write it. I just write Y-A-L-L.
Yeah, you can Y-A-L-L. Exactly. Yep. That's what I'm saying. Like, so.
Hi, y'all. How'd you buy the name?
Coke is for Coca-Cola.
No, it's not. Nope.
Nope.
You're wrong.
So, anyway, Grumpy asked, back off topic. God damn it, Grumpy.
Yes.
Did y'all need to see the CG Kings redraw this cover just black at? They're very good. The redraw of the Wolverine Deadpool. They're
Oh,
very good. Because they did the Black Cat. Yeah, just Black Cat. Yeah. They're very good. The Wolverine Deadpool is even worse. LOL. How would you all approach a redraw of both Black Cat and Wolverine? Well, really, just draw anything that looks like Wolverine and Deadpool, right, for that cover that wasn't that cover, and you're fine. You know,
Yeah.
like that cover just was not great. Remaining off topic, yes, Wizard, that was also an excuse for you to torture Samurai and Cynic with that Wolverine Deadpool Frank Miller cover.
Yeah, thanks, Grumpy.
Was it?
I'll
fun,
always look
Frank?
at its crazy, terrible art, man.
Yeah, thanks, Grumpy. You've ruined my life.
I'm drawing a blank. I'll be honest. I might need a refresher of the cover.
Yeah, let's pull it up, Jamie.
Yeah, pull it
Jamie,
up
can you pull that up?
On the biggest
Jamie,
screen.
Jamie, did you die? Jamie, Jamie, Jimothy.
Everyone has to like. Mean this?
Ah, God damn it!
Everyone looked at the Deadpool though, isn't the way like
the Deadpool's just as bad, man. Like, gee, this dude is a professional.
There's some
like
redeeming qualities to that.
No, there's
Deadpool,
not. There's no redeeming qualities. Take it off the screen, please. I'm literally closing. I'm literally closing StreamYard. I'm going to. Fuck! I clicked YouTube. Damn it! No. Go to Twitter. All right.
Let's look at the boner. Like we'll leave it there for you, there, Cynic.
No, I literally clicked over to a DM where somebody had sent me that, and I
you like turn around and fucking step on the rake, turn around, step on the other rake.
Literally, dude, I swear to God. Fuck.
Anyway, then finally, Grumpy says topic adjacent. Zatanna versus Amora, who wins and how? Well,
Amora with a rear naked choke.
Well, Zatanna, the way that
Amora with a Gamora, boom, better, got it, nailed it.
Dang.
There you go. The way they write her character, the way they write her powers is that basically it's like whatever, like she says her spells backwards, right, and then stuff happens.
Mm-hmm.
But how they write it with the modern stuff is literally like whatever she says backwards happens. Like it's not that's like she happens to be using spells and they sound like backwards. Like no, it's just she has the ability to control reality itself as long as she talks backwards. So like Zatanna,
she can turn everything into pumpkins just by saying, "I want to turn everything into."
She can erase you from existence by just saying like you no longer exist as long as she says backwards.
Damn,
so like if she cannot talk, then she has no power. But otherwise, like I think she's also done it through thought and writing.
Would she give me a bigger wiener?
Yes. That's easy. That's easy stuff.
I don't know, man.
Now she could also just decide to just make it impossibly small or make you Ken doll.
Well, joke's on her. Ha! Already got that, hun. Come at me.
Anywho,
we love you too, Grumpy. And yeah, I love Frank Miller, but this shit sucks. Unfortunately,
at least the boner is there correctly.
The boner is there. You got, you're the boner expert, Snowman. Rate the boner.
I think that's a trash boner. I'm not even seeing it.
That's a trash boner.
Someone, Jamie, laser point the boner here. I'm not seeing it.
Laser point that, Jamie? Jambo?
Exactly. See, he can't even find it either.
Yeah, dude. Jimbo? Jumbo?
That's a little.
What's those stupid fucking lines, bro?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's just like kind of like muscle lines, but not really because that would be going like this.
Well, your leg muscles don't. Your leg muscles go up and down.
Oh, the lines are just sloppy. I mean, Frank Miller's
you wouldn't have
kind of
the only time you have what they call that in the bodybuilding game, feathers. The only place you have those is like on your obliques and stuff. See, like you see how he's got the feathers on his obliques. It's called like being feathered out.
Yeah.
Oh, the fucking striations on that boy.
You can get them on your shoulders. You can get them on your pecs.
I got stretch marks on my shoulders now.
Yeah, I got them in between.
Ironically, I was talking about
shoulder.
I was talking about Mangog, but Frank Miller could actually probably cook with a Mangog if you wanted.
I wish Frank Miller would cook and then forget to turn the gas off and then fall asleep.
Because like
because
this is how
that
Jack
picture
Kirby
is so bad.
That's how Jack Kirby do the Mangog, So it's like if you wanted to, you could probably do a Mangog and have it be like pretty good.
Oh damn, that motherfucker is crazy looking.
So yeah, he's like got like 3 fingers. He's got spiked. He's got like dinosaur.
Yeah,
feet,
everything
right?
just
He's
hacks all of my ideas and designs.
Yeah, I agree. That's what I've been saying for years, dude. What I literally do every day, Snowman, is I get up at 6:30 and I just email every artist at Marvel, DC, and Image. Hack Snowman Totoso, hack Snowman Totoso, over and over again.
I appreciate it, man. Speak my
yeah.
truth.
Anyway,
I do what I can.
Swan says definitely a bad boner.
Mm-hmm.
Swan knows. She's a boner expert too.
That's
she doesn't
why,
like to claim it. She doesn't like
Tana.
to claim she's got a doctorate in boners because she's like, well, that's just bragging.
She's a penologist.
She's a penologist.
All right.
But you just don't know Swan as much as we do. They call her a pink skirt, right?
Anyway, we're gonna call it for this edition of Thorsday because we street. No, you don't. Stop trying to sing my. Stop trying to sing Andrew Tate's favorite song.
Tate's favorite song. Get it out of here, then.
Yeah, do you go check my Twitter, Snowman? Go check my Twitter. Actually, I'll just pull it up. I'll just pull it up.
Oh no!
Pull it down. Pull it down, baby.
Yeah, pull it out.
Pull it in.
Push it in further, Dad.
Come back to my room, Dad. I didn't mean that last time.
Yeah, just.
Oh man.
If those dudes aren't fucking each other, I don't know who is. Like seriously. Come in each other's butts. We come in each other's butts. Lots of come in each other's butts. Come in each other's butts. Come in each other's butts. Yeah. Coming in your butt. Coming in your butt. Clip that.
Yeah, why are they just? I would never catch me just doing that.
Yeah, dude.
In the middle of a room.
Yeah, bunch of guys shirtless with a bunch of guys.
It's a bunch of dudes having a good time. That's what we do after the show. What are y'all talking about?
No, we all collectively do that while the outro is playing, though. You
and we're all naked.
Bop it along.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. That is true.
Anyway,
they're just being
no, Snowman asked me before the show, Cynic, about like what would we do for Thorsday when Immortal Thor is done, and I said that there'll always be hopefully Thor stories to cover, and we might just be able to just start.
I mean,
picking up ongoing.
They only come out once a month. Yeah,
we can only do. We could do just once a month, fine. But
yeah, we could.
But then there's also if we wanted to do like, I wouldn't want to send you all the way back to the beginning. I might pick and choose arcs.
We'll just pick another run. We'll just pick another run. We'll have it. Look, have it on my desk by Monday, right? Or I'll meet you at the flagpole.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because like there's the very beginning, like when he's fighting just aliens from space.
Oh, there's never gonna be enough.
That
swear to God.
Well, I'm saying that first epic collection that I have, right, is they're all kind of like one-off stories, and then the serialization happens like a little bit later, and so that's like this other epic collection I have is actual like arcs and stuff. So that would be more like we might do some like here's first appearance of the Wrecker, here's first appearance of like we might just do something.
Sounds like my ex-wife.
Oh, got it.
Wrecker, I hardly know her. Gay, says Grumpy. My innocent eyes. But no. And then we had the idea. I don't know if it was live when we had the idea, Snowman, or if it was after the show. But like, we got to do Batter Day. Me and him got to do Batter Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was after the show.
But I
after the show.
Yeah, now you're just really pulling the curtain back.
Yeah. So we'll eventually me and Snowman will start our Batter Day show.
It's up to you,
I mean, like we'll all be here, but me and Snowman will do the reading, and then
fuck yeah.
Cynic can have his break from. He won't have to do Batman. Me and Snowman.
Oh God, I don't get to do Batman. That fucking sucks.
Hey, there you go. So
you're more than welcome to join too, bro.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, but you never joined Thor's. You never joined Thorsday. You're coming in late.
Yeah. Now you're ruining the canon.
You're
right.
Yeah. It's a 2 and 2. It's a 2 and 2 thing, right? Yeah. So Cynic will be special guest on Batter Day.
That's
yeah.
Fine.
Unless Batter Day is taken, then we might have to do something else. But
yeah, we don't even have
all
to
right.
do that. We'll just fuck around with that, but that would be fun.
No, I do like it though. I do like the idea of doing a Batman show. Like, because I like Batman, I'll do a Batman show. That's not a problem.
Dude,
Especially
he's got
if we
a
do,
hella classic arcs. That show would be
if we
endless.
do starting either from Batman #1 or we'll go back and do some other
We
stuff.
can might do
whatever it is.
Absolute Batman because
We could do Absolute Batman
when the new Batman's coming out. It says September, but
so, yeah, there's always also the movies and the shows and all that as well. So that's always an option. And we can also shove all of the DC news that we've been covering on Wednesday over there to Batter Day. We don't have to keep having all this DC shit. We got more DC shit to talk about. DC shit still happened literally today after it's like there's fucking Green Lantern like pictures and shit. So
yeah.
Right. But we'll save that. We'll be back on Wednesday. No streams on Friday, but we'll be back Wednesday for Wild Wednesday. And thank you, Cynic. Thank you, Snowman. Thank you, Grumpy. Thank you, Swan. Thank you, Preston.
Thank
who
you,
left
Swan.
without saying she was falling asleep. Preston. Ruby popped in for a sec. Andrew, thank you for the tip. And I will play the outro that everyone, including Andrew Tate, loves.